This is probably my favorite presentation, one of the most important ones, because your gut, we're not learning about it. We're not learning about the way our gut impacts our health, and we should be learning about it and spreading this knowledge. So please, please, please share this video. It is important for your health and the health of our society. Newer research is talking about the microbiome. So the microbiome is literally trillions, not millions, not billions, trillions of viruses, bacteria, and fungi that exist within our bodies. We are full of bacteria. Now, how many of you say, ew, bacteria, gross, viruses, gross, fungus, gross, right? We were taught that this stuff is disgusting and you shouldn't have it in your body. Well, guess what? They make up 99% of the DNA that exists in our body. 99%. So the bacteria that lives within our body has 99% of the DNA, and our human DNA is only that extra 1%. In addition to that, the bacteria in our body has 10 times more cells than human cells. So we are literally 99% not human, if you think about it. And everyone's bacteria is different. So how are we going to do this cookie cutter approach to healthcare where we say, oh, you have this, you need this, but we're all so different, right? Let's talk about the brain itself. The brain, we consider the brain this like sterile, clean, pristine, perfect environment. Not true. The brain has its own microbiome. The brain has bacteria in it. And this was actually stumbled upon, like a lot of things, by mistake. So they were cutting apart these brains and they saw bacteria and they're like, oh crap, we contaminated our samples. So then they ended up testing more and more, and what they found is that no, there is bacteria in the brain. And not only is there bacteria in the brain, but it is the same bacteria that's found in your gut. So there are 3 types of relationships between the microbiome and its host. Microbiome being all the bacteria inside of you, host being the body, you. There's a mutualistic relationship where you're benefiting off of each other. There's a parasitic relationship where it's the microbiome or the bacteria is harming you, so that's your bad bacteria. And there's a commensal relationship where one party's benefiting and the other one's kind of just sitting there not benefiting or being harmed at all. So these are the 3 types of relationships, and it's really important that we maintain these specific relationships. If these cells are uncontrolled and they start coming out of your gut, it causes autoimmunity, because those 3 relationships I talked about, everyone's confused. What kind of relationship do we have? Oh, we need to start attacking this. I don't know what to do. Everything goes haywire and you start attacking things that you shouldn't attack, like your own body. And that causes autoimmune disorders, which over half of the population has. So obviously we're having issues with our gut that are not being addressed or being brought to light. Research is now showing that having good gut bacteria is actually essential in making T cells. So if your immunity is compromised by toxins, by aluminum that you're putting in your body, and food toxins and all this other stuff, that's compromising your gut health, which is compromising your immunity, which is making you more susceptible to being sick. So antibiotics, they looked at antibiotics too, and when they raised animals in germ-free, when they raised mice in germ-free conditions, it impaired their immune response.
Cool.
So what is this saying? Germs aren't gross, they're not disgusting. We need germs to have a good immune response, to have a healthy immune system. And without germs, we can't have a good immune system. We're going to do a presentation on germ theory. It's going to be crazy interesting, so stay tuned for that. And another thing, the microbiome early in life can result in food allergies later. So, like for example, when you have a vaginal birth, the baby swallows a lot of the bacteria in the vaginal canal as it's coming out, and that gives them their gut bacteria. When you breastfeed, the bacteria in your breast milk goes to your baby, and that gives them, it establishes their microbiome. On the opposite end, if you give your baby antibiotics, let's say they have a minor ear infection and you're just like antibiotics right away, which a lot of ear infections are viral in nature and not bacterial, so antibiotics actually don't do anything, but side point. If you're giving your baby a lot of antibiotics early in life, it wipes out not only their bad bacteria, not only that, what's causing possibly the ear infection, but also the good bacteria. And problem with that is all of these things influence how you're going to react to food. So changes in your gut microbe actually influence whether or not you can orally tolerate food. So let's take a look at this. I don't know if you can see this. I'm gonna pop this up for you. So this is a little graph about how all of these things interact. So you have your diet. Diet influences your microbiome. Obviously, what you put into your body is going to affect what's in your body or what bacteria you have in your body. But your microbiome can also affect your diet. So your microbiome, if you can't ferment your food appropriately because your microbiome is all messed up, it can affect your diet. And like I said, you can develop food intolerances and you can start avoiding foods because you can't tolerate them because your microbiome is messed up. Diet also influences immunity. So like vitamin A, for example, if you have a virus, you need vitamin A in order to overcome the virus. It basically prevents the virus from replicating, from using your cells to multiply. So you need vitamins to help build your immunity. But you also need immunity to absorb your nutrients. So if your immune system is screwed up, you may not absorb nutrients properly. Perfect example of this is autoimmunity. If you have Crohn's disease, you're not absorbing nutrients properly from your diet. And it's kind of like this cycle of like, oh my God, I'm just constantly sick all the time. So how do you fix that? Well, immunity is also related to the microbiome. So if you fix your microbiome, you can fix your immunity and you can eat better. They're all related. So just wanted to share that with you. Please take a screenshot of it. You can email us. I can send it to you. I'd be happy to share more information about that because it is so important to your health. All right, so if you could like our video, please subscribe to our channel, share the video, visit us at facebook.com/Lauren and Tracy. And there's always information on there about our podcasts. So thank you guys for sticking with us. And we wish you physical, emotional, and spiritual health and wellness. Take care. Bye.
Whoa, that was really amazing.
I lost my mouse.